G'day and welcome to another big edition of the MCDFNL Netball Show, looking back on round 16 and looking ahead to week 1 of the finals. My name's Yeendy, I'm joined by Kim Bailey, and look, we've had a really good finale to finish off the home and away season.
Yeah, we have, really close. Navarre has snuck into the finals. We thought they might be in danger of dropping out for the first time for a number of years, so they did a really good job. It'd be really an unfamiliar final series. We didn't see the green and yellow up there, hey?
Yeah, no, definitely would have been, wouldn't have seemed right, and I guess from Denali's perspective, we didn't tip it last week, but Denali upstaging Malden to close off the fairy tale run to the finals.
Yeah, look, Denali have had a really great season. They've been, tipping some of the big clubs, as they could have rolled them, and well, they sort of did this week, didn't they? And made a really impact on the final series, but. Ashley Lee-Rich has just had a fantastic season and it's led the way for them. So, it's a shame that they couldn't have snuck in because they might have done some damage. Yeah,
they certainly would have. I guess we'll look at the Navarre game. They did go down they did take on Avoca, and that was one of the games of the round.
Yeah, look, at 3 goals. Avoca did come back. They were down 15-6 the first quarter, so they did a really good job to work back to only lose by 3 goals in the end. Look, and Maddie Egan has been in sensational form for Avoca. But if you look at the matchup, she would have played on Caitlin Murphy, so that was a really fantastic match up there, and might have just got the better on the day, but she shot at 70%. Rebecca Siri Pye shot at, coming up from C grade, not B grade, shot at 82%, so her percentage has been really, really great as well. And Stacey Blair's also been in pretty good form, but Maddie Egan has been the standout as well as Rebecca. So the shooters have been really strong in that game. But yeah, good result for Navarre, not so for Avoca, and it's sort of, I think it might have dropped them down a position where they wanted to be. But anyway,
Avoca will have a chance at redemption later on.
I think it's still dropped them into into an elimination final now.
Which still it was sort of like a finals-like atmosphere with that particular game, wasn't it?
Yeah, it would have been. Yeah, it would have been great because everything was on the line for it, and they would have been scrapping and scratching and snarling as much as they can to get the win. But yeah, by all accounts, what I hear, it was a great game.
Speaking of a finals game or finals-like atmosphere, we had Lexington were just a bit too strong to Harcourt also by the margin of 3 goals.
Yeah, look, I thought this one would go pretty close down to the wire. I can't remember who I picked. I think I might have picked Harcourt. I'm not quite sure. I can't remember. But again, another good game. Heather Tweedle's been in great form for Lexington and shot at 82%. So it's been a really good season for both of these teams, and Kiralee McKay for Harcourt's also coming off a really good season. So, that would have been a good battle with her and Rach Phelan, and she kept Rachel to 67% to 14 goals. So, yeah, look, Harcourt is still in the mix, I think. I think they can, they got into a qualifying final against Trentham, so they got the double chance. Whether they'll need it or not, I don't know. But Lexington are looking pretty fine there, I think. Yeah,
they're certainly doing all the right things, in some good touch at the right end of the season, and they've certainly got a big game this weekend, which we'll talk about shortly, but to go in with that sort of form against quality opposition is fantastic.
Yeah, there's something to say about having that hard hit out before finals. I would prefer it myself. Get you ready.
Yep, exactly. See where you're at. Speaking of Trentham, they had a very hard-fought win against Carisbrook in a game that produced 110 goals.
Yeah, big scores, isn't it? And I'm trying to think what last weekend was. Was the weather okay?
It was all right. Yeah,
it was okay. Yeah,
a little bit windy in patches, but otherwise fine.
Look, Stacey Parks has been dominant in the mid-court this year for Trentham, and Emma Runts has had a really strong season for Carisbrook as well. So that would have been a really good matchup. And it's great to see Peggy Shallard, who's back, and she's just a superstar. Jane was most probably Jane O'Donoghue, just down a little bit. She didn't shoot in the 80s, but 79% still bloody good, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. And that would have been a great battle with Lise Mottram and her. Look, Carisbrook have got it's got a young team, but there's some talent in there, and they'll push all the way too, and most probably a little bit unlucky to be an elimination final as well.
Yeah.
But it was that close all season, Chris, that where you finished was just a matter of luck, because anyone could have finished in a qualifying final. It was just come down to percentage or that last round. So great season.
Yeah, definitely right. It's fantastic for the Saints. Like they were on top of the ladder, and it looks like that position was never in doubt. But the other 7, it could have gone either way.
Well, I think from 2nd till 9th could have changed.
Yeah, just
so,
over the weekend alone.
Yes, but it's been like that the whole season. So, really exciting stuff for our league, and it just sort of gets that finals atmosphere ready to go, doesn't it? It's pretty exciting this weekend.
Absolutely. I'll just recap over some of the other scores over the course of the weekend. We had Natty Alba 59 defeating Newstead 24, Campbell's Creek 44 defeating Talbot 27. So some good wins there, and obviously Maryborough Rovers having a big 31-goal win over the Tigers as we turn our attention to week 1 of the finals, just hours away. Really looking forward to it. Qualifying finals. Trentham take on Harcourt at Princes Park.
Yeah, look, it's pretty hard to go past Trentham, isn't it? They've gone undefeated all year, and I think they only dropped a couple of games last year as well. So they've been the powerhouse team, and I think they'll most probably to get the win over Harcourt this week. But, Harcourt has got some quality players there as well. So, Shelby Thatcher's been in really good form for them, shooting really strongly. As I already mentioned, Kiralee McKay's a great defender. And she'll take on most probably Jane O'Donoghue. And I'd be really interested to see how young Shana Ford goes on Jess Lord as well. Jess, a great player, very experienced. So Shana's just coming off a grand final win with the Sunbury Lions under-17 team. So
congratulations.
She'll be looking to go the double this year. So, it's pretty exciting stuff for all those young kids who are playing, and both teams have got their fair share. But I think it's hard to go past Trentham.
I'm with you on that one. I think out of all 4 games this weekend, that's probably the one where you can pencil in and go, the favourite's a clear standout there.
Look, when you don't lose a game for a year, you have to be, don't you? To be a brave person to pick against them, I think.
Definitely right. The other qualifying final over at Hedges Oval, we've got the Maryborough Rovers taking on Lexton. Battle between 2nd and 3rd.
Yeah, this would be a really good game. I think there was was it percentage or 2 points, Chris, that separated them?
Yeah, there wasn't much at all. Only a couple of points, I think. One game.
One game. So it was really close for them. Rovers have been in a bit of the surprise packet, I think, this year. Jackie Featherston's had a great season. Madison Davis, well, what do we say about Maddie? She's been a great player in our league for such a long time in goal defence. So, and that'll be a great battle between her and Heather Tweedle. I'm looking forward to hearing about that one. Which way? This could go anyway. I know that Rach is going to kill me, but I'm going to go for Rovers.
Lexton winning form's good form. They had the hit out they needed last week, Kim, and against Harcourt. I think just to have that hit out before the finals is essential for them, and they've been better defensively. On the attacking front over the years, shooting nearly 100 or 70 odd goals more. So I think on their day, Lexton is capable of going the distance in a shootout.
Right, bit of difference here, that's good. So I'm going Rovers, you're going Lexton.
Absolutely, bring it on as we turn our attention to Carisbrook and Natty Alba on Sunday over at Hedges Oval. Yeah,
look, Carisbrook are really unlucky to most probably get into the elimination final. I don't really think they've deserved it. They've played some really great netball. Natty has most probably been a bit of a disappointment for me this year. I thought they would have sat a bit higher on the ladder, but it just shows you how close the teams all are, and there's not much between them. I am going to go Carisbrook, I think.
Well,
because I just love, to tell you the truth, I love Carisbrook's defensive lineup of Sheridan Byrne and Elise Mottram. I think they're most probably one of the strongest in the league.
Yeah, well, I'll side with you on that one.
Okay.
I'll back you on that one.
All right, we'll go for that.
Yeah, now we've got a very big game over Princes Park. We've got Avoca and Navarre, but we've got a very special player who'll be lining up for a 400th game at the club, and starting all the way in under 14s, has had a nice journey through her career, won plenty of accolades, is a life member of her club and the MCDFNL.
Congratulations to Stacey Blair, and you join a very elite group of ladies, Colleen Drummond and also Kylie Mortlock, in playing 400 last year as well. So congratulations, an absolute awesome player over a number of years, played Lexington Plains as well. To play 400 games, amazing on outdoor courts, just you're a Wonder Woman.
A lot of wear and tear on the body, and no doubt about it. And her team, Avoca, take on Navarre. Now, if there was going to be an opportunity for the team to lift, they're going to lift for her, and they're going to, and probably in the process, should they win, they're going to knock Navarre out of the finals. Yeah,
Avoca must probably take a lot out of the game they played last week and where they need to do. And I think it's that slow start in the first that they're not going to be able to, that they need to address. If they can do that and lift their shooting percentages, and that's what really hurt them when you've got when you got Bexley Pie shooting at 82-31 from 38. And maybe Maddie Egan needs to take some of the pressure off her, so Stacey Blair might have to step up a little bit there. You know, she only shot 11 goals in shooter when Maddie shot 35, so a little bit easier. Taylor Mason shot 18 for Nevada. She's a little bit down on 65%, but she just normally feeds them. So yeah, this will be a great game, I think. Caitlin Drummond's been playing really well in GD for Avoca too. I don't think Navarre will be able to repeat what they did last week, to tell you the truth. And I can't believe I'm saying this, but I think Navarre, this might be a last weekend final. So I think Avoca will win.
I will side with you on that one. We have a changing of the guard at the top end.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah. But in saying that, from what I'm hearing, around the chaps, that there's a goal attack that may be back for Navarre next year, that will who's been a superstar of this league. Only a rumour. We don't deal in rumours, do we, Chris?
No, we don't.
Actually. But yeah, so that could make a big difference. But we're talking about this year, and I think that, might be Navarre's last week.
Yeah, I'm with you on that one. Well, the finals is shaping up to be an exciting round with plenty of great excitement. Trentham leading the way on top of the ladder as minor premiers.
Yeah, congratulations to Trentham, as we said, to go through undefeated and be minor premiers. Awesome effort.
It's a very hard feat for any club.
It is very hard.
Especially in the talent with this competition.
Yeah, very hard. Well done.
Awesome. Thanks so much for joining us this week, Kim, and we look forward to catching up with you next week as we talk up who made the prelim and who goes straight through the semi.